You don't need motivation. In fact, motivation is the very thing that's keeping you weak. It's a drug, a high, a temporary chemical spike in your brain that makes you feel like a giant for 10 minutes and then leaves you shivering in the cold the moment the sun goes down. If you are waiting to feel like it before you move, you are already dead in the water. Because motivation is emotional, and emotions are the most unstable currency on the planet. Some days you wake up ready to conquer the world. The sun is out, your coffee tastes perfect, and the path seems clear. But other days, you can barely convince yourself to brush your teeth. The air feels heavy. The goal feels impossible. If your entire destiny, your legacy, your bank account, your health, your children's future depends on how you feel when your eyes crack open at 6 a.m., then you aren't a leader. You're a hostage. You are a hostage to your own biology. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they are waiting for a permission slip from their feelings. They wait for motivation to show up like a long-lost friend knocking on the door. They wait for clarity. They wait for the perfect moment. And while they wait, life passes them by. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Motivation is not the engine of a disciplined life. It is the byproduct of one. If you build your house on motivation, you are building on sand during hurricane season. Today, we are breaking that addiction. Today, we kill the need for motivation and replace it with something cold, hard, and unbreakable. I am going to give you 5 non-negotiables, 5 ironclad laws that do not care about your mood, your exhaustion, or your excuses. And I need you to listen with your soul. The 5th one, the final one, is the anchor. It is the one that almost everyone ignores, yet it is the only one that truly changes your DNA. Stick with me until the end, because without number 5, the rest will eventually crumble. Let's name the real demon in the room. The problem is not that you are lazy. Laziness is just a symptom. The real problem is emotional dependence. We live in a culture that worships alignment. We are told that we should only act when it feels right, when it feels authentic. But your brain is a survival machine, not a success machine. Its version of authentic is staying in bed where it's warm and safe. Its version of right is avoiding anything that causes discomfort or stress. Feelings are nothing but internal weather. Clouds move, winds shift, rain comes and goes. You don't stop the construction of a skyscraper because it's drizzling outside. You don't stop the surgeon from operating because he isn't feeling inspired today. Yet, that is exactly how you've been treating your life. You cancel your commitments because you're tired. You skip the gym because you're stressed. You abandon your business plan because you're overwhelmed. And then you have the audacity to wonder why your life looks exactly the same as it did 3 years ago. Motivation is a spark. It's great for starting a fire, but a spark cannot keep a house warm through a winter. Only the wood, the heavy, dense, unsexy wood of discipline can do that. Here is where the damage becomes permanent. When that initial spark of motivation fades, and it will fade, most people don't blame the motivation, they blame themselves. They look in the mirror and say, maybe I just don't have what it takes. Maybe I'm just not a morning person. Maybe I was never meant to be successful. So what do? They look for a new spark. They find a new diet, a new business model, a new guru. They restart their life every single Monday, fueled by a fresh hit of hope, only to crash again by Wednesday. This creates a cycle of emotional burnout. You get excited, you commit emotionally, you burn all your energy in a sprint, You hit the wall, you crash. And every time you crash, a little bit of your self-trust dies. Guilt moves in, shame takes a seat at the table. Slowly, you stop believing in your own words. When you say, "I'm going to do this," your subconscious mind laughs at you. It remembers all the times you quit the moment the feeling left. This is how high-potential people become internal ghosts. Great ideas, massive talent, zero reliability. Think back to the stories we were told as children. There is one story that is ingrained in the psyche of every kid: the tortoise and the hare. As children, we are taught that the moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. But as adults, we realize that's a gross simplification. The hare didn't lose because he was fast. He lost because he was emotionally reactive. The hare ran when he felt confident. He stopped when he felt bored. He took a nap because he felt comfortable and superior. Every move the hare made was dictated by his internal state. He was a slave to his moods. Now, look at the tortoise. The tortoise didn't feel fast. He didn't feel inspired. He probably felt like every step was a grueling, painful effort. But the tortoise had something the hare couldn't even fathom. He had a non-negotiable. He moved, one step, then another. There was no internal debate. He didn't ask himself if he was aligned with the dirt under his feet. He didn't ask himself if his motivation levels were high. In the modern world, most people have secretly become the hare. They rely on their talent. They rely on crunch time. They wait for the deadline to provide the stress-induced motivation they need to act. But while the hares are napping or looking for the next hit of excitement, the tortoises are building empires. Life does not reward intensity that disappears. It rewards standards that endure. It is time to build your fortress, not with hype, not with positive vibes, but with laws.
Deliver a cinematic, deep, and authoritative narration. The style is stoic and gritty, focusing on a slow but punchy cadence. Emphasize the short sentences. Every statement should feel like a definitive law. Avoid any salesy or upbeat inflections. Maintain a serious, late-night intensity throughout the entire script. Non-negotiable number 1. The appointment is sacred. You do not do the work when you have time. You do the work at a specific time. If you had a meeting with a billionaire at 8 a.m., you would be there. You wouldn't care if you were tired. You wouldn't care if you had a headache. Why do you treat meetings with yourself like they are optional? Time removes negotiation. Once the clock hits the hour, the debate is over. Your emotions no longer have a vote. You show up because the calendar says so, not because your heart says so. Non-negotiable number 2. The floor, not the ceiling. Most people fail because they only aim for the maximum. They say, "I'm going to work out for 2 hours." Then, on a day when they only have 20 minutes, they do nothing at all because they can't hit their ceiling. The minimum standard is your insurance. You decide on a version of your work that is so small it is impossible to fail. On your worst day, when you're sick, when you're traveling, when the world is falling apart, you still hit the floor. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Non-negotiable number 3. Kill the decision. Decisions are the enemy of discipline. Every time you have to decide what to wear, what to eat, or which task to do first, you are burning willpower. By the time you get to the hard work, your willpower tank is empty. Remove the choices. Same wake-up time, same morning ritual, predetermined work blocks. Structure is not a cage. Structure is a suit of armor that protects your energy from the chaos of your feelings. Non-negotiable number 4. Silence the inner negotiator. You must stop talking to yourself during the work. Your feelings have a right to complain. They can scream. They can tell you it's too hard. They can tell you that you're bored. Let them talk, but do not let them vote. You are the captain of the ship. The feelings are just the noisy passengers in the back. Action must always come first. The emotion will eventually catch up. Non-negotiable number 5. Identity over outcome. This is the anchor. This is the one that changes everything. Most people act to get a result. They work out to lose 10 pounds. They work to make $1 million. But what happens when the weight doesn't come off fast enough, or the money takes too long? They lose motivation and they quit. Identity is the foundation. You don't work out to lose weight. You work out because you are the type of person who doesn't miss a workout. You don't write to finish a book. You write because you are a writer. Results are out of your control, but your integrity is entirely yours. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you are casting a vote for a new version of you. And once you believe, truly believe, that you are a person who doesn't negotiate with himself, motivation becomes irrelevant. Motivation will fail you. It is a liar and a thief. Non-negotiables won't. They are the steel beams that hold up your life when the storms come. Stop asking how to feel motivated. Start asking what your laws are. Build a life that doesn't need you to be in a good mood to be great. If this changed the way you see your own potential, subscribe to Inner Discipline. Like this video if you are done being a slave to your emotions. This isn't a pep talk. This is the blueprint. Inner Discipline.